It's quite a special stream, let's say. We're gonna have a collab with Grubby. We are gonna do Age of Empires 2 and Warcraft 3, our respective games where we are kind of grown to fame, if you will. We met in Berlin during N4C, but before that, we actually had a collab in a game that was not this game. We had a collab in Aoe4. During N4C in Berlin, we kind of discussed a bit, maybe because we both enjoyed the AoE4 collab we did. We were going to do it another time, but unfortunately I was sick that day. And we thought about, hey, what other things can we do? Because we enjoy each other's company, you know? I'm looking forward to it. Grubby basically never played AoE2. Indeed, he played 2-3 hours of AoE2 a few years back. But obviously he played a fair bit of AoE4, and he will be able to lean on a lot of that for AoE2 as well, I feel like.
Hello.
Hello. Okay, I have 2 quick questions. Are you rocking a goatee right now?
I might be. Why?
Because I saw it on the stream the other day, and I loved it.
What game do we start with?
You have to rock, paper, scissors into the camera.
All right. Do you need to prepare mentally? I don't play a lot of rock, paper, scissors. I'm kind of new to that as well. 3, 2, 1. Wait.
No, don't look. Don't look. I did a spoiler.
I saw it.
No.
I saw it. But it doesn't count. But the thing is, we didn't decide what happens. Like, if we win, do we get the chance to play the other's game first, or the chance to show our own game first?
That is a very good point.
The winner, we play their game, okay?
Yeah, we represent our game. Okay.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
No!
Yeah!
So we're starting with Warcraft. It's decided.
Yep, let's boot it up.
Right, so let's go Age of Empires.
Let's go.
So what we're going to do, we're going to jump you straight in against Extreme AI, 1v7.
What? I deserve that. I told myself not to, but I did have to laugh once during your first or second game, so I deserve nothing more than that.
So you can give me a quick introduction to your understanding of AoE2 based on your very little time there.
Yep, there are multiple different resources. I'm assuming it's the same as AoE4. There are many sheep equivalents, but they are like sheep.
Yes.
And then there's non-sheep equivalents, like fish and boar. And are there wolves?
There can be wolves, and their equivalents would be tigers, lions.
Can you eat them?
No.
Just like bandits.
Yes, exactly.
So here's what I know is you can bring a boar back all the way to your base with a villager. Half the time you'll lose a villager when you do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have you open my stream, and I am going to quickly just like show you some basics of like the animals you have accessible, etc.
Okay, I'm in.
Okay, so game will launch in a second. There we go. But yeah, you have gold mines. On most maps, you will start with 8 tiles of gold as your gold, in quotes, and 5 piles of stone. Secondary gold, secondary stone.
Okay, and this is Dry Arabia?
This is a regular Arabia version, yes.
You said there is higher map diversity in AoE2?
Yes, a lot. Arabia is the bread and butter, where everyone loves it, because it's like somewhat open. It drives dynamic battles and action. You start with 8 sheep. In this case, it will be goats. Keep in mind that it's all visible now. You will start with Fog of War. You can't see everything. You will also have 2 elephants.
Elephants have more meat than boars?
Yes. Boars
and
will
some maps, there'll be elephants nearby. Some maps, boars?
Correct. And boars will have 340 food. Elephants will have 400. Obviously, that can impact your build order a little bit, but it should not change it that much. You will always have berries as well, of course, next to your base. Again, this can change from map to map, but I think we're going to stick to Arabia. So you always want to lure the elephant. You can hit it once, and it will start chasing you, and then you want to run back to your town center, where hopefully you have more villagers waiting to help take it down. Normally you want at least 6 villagers on your town center to help shoot down the elephant.
Oh, it's much easier to walk inside your town. Oh, he attacks fast, Jesus.
Yes, he attacks very fast.
You garrisoned and he retargets. What's the logic of targeting?
Whoever hits him first, based on like, right now no one is hitting, so he loses aggro.
Yeah.
But he will target the one that is closest to him. Like you have an upgrade in Townsend, which is Loom. It will give you extra HP and armor. Most high-level players don't use it before they lure boars, but it's a safer approach if you want to do it. Yeah,
it doesn't matter if Garrison last hits it?
Yes, that's what I want to bring up. Never kill it with a military tool, as in like a military unit or a military building, because then all the food is gone.
Oh, shit.
You don't want to do that. But yeah,
and there's food decay, right?
Yes. Anyway, that's the basics, like what type of resources you have access to and what you work with initially. That's going to be your food income to get to feudal age, where you start making military units. And from that point forward, it becomes a little bit more macro-oriented in terms of how you want to follow up. You might want to go archers, you might want to go scouts, you might want to go men-at-arms. Keep in mind, in this game, men-at-arms are bad against range units. It's very different compared to AoE4. I think we'll just throw you into a game against the AI, and then I'll give you some guidance as you just build up initially.
That's nice.
So you can start off against AI once, and then we throw you straight into the ladder.
All right.
There's one important thing to this game. There are like a few civilizations. You will see, we just recently had a new DLC, so we're now up to 42 or 41 civilizations.
Not bad.
So there's a few. This is where the information problem is in Age of Empires. There are so many civilizations, and they all have different civ bonuses, unique bonuses. Like in AoE4, however, they're not as unique as in AoE4.
Okay.
You can read, if you hover over any icon there, you can see they all have different bonuses. I know you played Mayans when you initially played for like an hour or two. I think we could just stick with Mayans because they're one of the better civs.
It can be anything.
Okay,
whatever you think is cool.
I think we should go something generic. So we have a civ called Huns, and they don't need to build houses like Mongols in AoE4.
No, let's do PopCap.
Okay.
I'm used to that in games.
Okay. Then let's play something without any eco upgrades as well. Let's do Byzantines.
Who's the most normal? Let's see, buildings have more health. Units cost less. Fire ships attack. Yeah, this seems perfect. Byzantines.
Yeah, I just don't want you to have an eco boost or
exactly
eco bonus.
or deficit.
Exactly.
No bonus villagers. No fewer resources starting. No, that's perfect. Yeah. Byzantines it is.
Yeah, click technology tree in the middle of the screen. Like this is also again information overflow. Every civilization will have.
Oh, I like to look at the information tree. Yeah. So militia.
You can see
infantry units.
You see it's all sorted by age as well. The Dark Age are the top units. Feudal Age will be the second row. Castle Age third row. And Imperial Age the bottom row.
So there's like 6 rows though.
4 rows.
One,
there will
two,
be multiple. Like it's just because there's a building in that age, and then units in that building.
I see the color palettes now. The horizontal color palettes. Yeah. It's clear.
So
they should have like a little 1 here and then a 2.
Yeah.
Oh wait, they do. Huh? I see it now. Could it be clearer? Men-at-arms are strong against infantry. Infantry strong against cavalry.
Like sometimes the description as well will say this unit counters that, but it might not feel like that in the game.
Okay, so how does men-at-arms feel like?
Like men-at-arms are usually a early game tool. They're only used in the start of Feudal Age or in the late game as like a unit that is cheap and efficient. Okay. In the early game, it's also common that people go for a drush, which is a Dark Age rush. So they will build a barracks in the Dark Age, and they will make some militia to come and harass your workers. And that will be mostly utilized just to idle your economy. They're not there to kill your villagers or anything. They're just there to force you to like react and be annoying all the time.
Okay.
Men-at-arms are used in the early Feudal Age, like usually you will go on the way to Feudal Age, you will make militia and turn them into men-at-arms in the Feudal Age. Most of the times, if you get to a second or third tier of a unit, you have to upgrade it in the barracks, like in the building.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, we're probably going to just go archers with you for the opening. Scouts are also a bit more advanced, but they're more active and can be fun to play. So it could also be
when you say scouts, you mean scout cavalry,
Scout cavalry, yes. Sorry. Age lingo.
Is that what you start with in the game? No.
Yeah, you start with 1 scout cavalry in the Dark Age.
Start with the tier 2 unit.
It's not that good in Dark Age though. It will become how good it is in Feudal Age once it hits Feudal Age. It starts with an attack deficit.
Oh, so it does auto upgrade when you reach.
Yes, the scout cavalry will auto upgrade. You will get more line of sight and you will get 2 more attack and a little bit more speed. That's only the scout. Archers in general are your go-to unit. They're a good damage dealer. They attack from range. They're very good against infantry. They're good at taking out villagers. And as long as the enemy counter units don't have all the upgrades, they can still kind of do well against, as you said, skirmishers, which are a counter to them. Or, for example, a knight or an elephant.
Really? Archers can take on elephants and knights?
With the right upgrades, and when the knights don't have the right upgrades, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Counters aren't as hard counter in this game as they would be in StarCraft 2, for example, or Age of Empires 4.
Okay.
There's a lot of micro potential with units like crossbows or cavalry archers, etc. Skirmishers mostly used just for countering range units, such as crossbows, archers, cavalry archers, etc. You had a question there?
Yeah. I forgot.
Okay. Again, militia line You only
Oh, yeah,
use
I
it.
remember. Sorry.
Okay, go on, go on.
Can archers miss?
Yes. We'll get to that
I
in a
thought I
sec.
remembered that. Okay,
I'll
okay.
bring it up to you in a sec.
Yeah.
So yeah, militia line, you only do it in the opening or in the late game mostly. It's rarely used in the mid game to counter eagle warriors, but that's kind of it. Scouts is the feudalist unit, the only one you have access to pretty much. But knights is usually the stable unit you see the most in Castle Age, for example. In the later game, it's usually the upgraded version of the scout because it's quite cheap on food, and gold is limited resource in 1v1s. If we go to the Siege Workshop onwards, you have access to rams. You're familiar with them from Age of Empires 4.
Do you make
But
them with infantry as well?
no, here you make them from the Siege Workshop.
Oh, yeah.
All the siege units can only be made in Siege Workshop.
You
Rams,
can put units inside that increases its speed and attack.
correct.
That's
Correct.
funny.
It will move a little bit faster, but you can only like fit 4 in the first one. It's not like AoE4 where, if you remember when we did the landings with like 100 units garrison.
It was one of the best days of my life. I remember.
That was good. As yeah, you can't do that in this game. The armored elephants is only for the Indian civs. You can make onagers, mangonels. They're pretty much similar to AoE4, but you have to micro them way more in this game. They will pack a serious punch, but it's way harder to actually hit units.
Scorpions and mangonels.
Mangonels in particular.
Mangonels in particular.
Yeah.
Oh.
Scorpions.
Do you generally attack ground with them?
Yes. The thing on a high level, you always attack ground. On lower level, probably not.
And there's friendly fire.
Yes. Scorpions do not have friendly fire though, and they will have a bolt that go through multiple units. But scorpions are generally quite weak, so we're probably going to stay away from them. Bomber cannons is a fantastic unit though in late game. It's not as good as the Chinese cannon AoE4, but they're quite mobile. They do solid damage and have a lot of range.
Blacksmith, yeah. Let's go to the blacksmith.
Blacksmith, that will be all the access to upgrades. Some of this will not be intuitive because some units will have like weird, like you will have like throwing axemen for the French, for example, where you might think they will be upgraded by range unit upgrades, but they're actually melee units, even though they have 4 range and throw axes. So
that kind of makes sense.
Kind of, yes, but it's also a bit confusing.
It's not a fletching. They're throwing their own weapon. They're throwing their axe.
I do agree. But yeah, like forging,
good to know.
Yeah, the line below forging, like forging and below, will be your infantry and cavalry melee upgrades, attack, scale. I mean, it's quite self-explanatory, the pictures, right?
Am I locked out of the final upgrade for infantry cavalry because
Yes.
I'm whatever the Byzantines?
Yes. If you just click on the Byzantines on the top left and switch to any other civ, you can see that they will have immediately different. Different options.
And it scales not linearly. It's +1, +1, +2.
Yeah, the last one is a little bit extra spicy. Or
what do you think about that?
I like it. It gives you extra advantage on benefits and rewards advancing to the final age.
Seems good. In Warcraft 3, that might be too much to get extra scaling because it's amplified by auras. But here it feels right that the final one is like, all right, let's get this shit over with.
And it's not like overwhelmingly much either, right?
Oh,
it's like it's just +1 and +2. It's not the end of the world. Well, it can be for the opponents, but yeah. In Age of Empires 2 compared to AoE4, range upgrades will also give range. They don't only give attack; they also increase the range of your unit.
Not too weird, I guess. You just upgraded Rifleman from 4 to 6 as well with a tier 2 upgrade. So.
Oh, that increased their range as well.
That special Rifleman upgrade you got only increases range. Does nothing else.
Okay. Oh yeah. Also, like the upgraded units. For example, when you upgrade the Archer to the Crossbowman, for example, it will go from 4 range to 5.
Wait, Archer is Crossbowman?
Yes, Archers will. Oh, yeah, this will also be confusing for you. Okay. Well, let's track back a little bit here. So Archer is like when you see them aligned, like you see the Archer and there's a line down to the crossbow to the Arbalester. That's their upgrade path.
Into it.
Yeah, that's the upgrade path.
So they have no different niche from each other, like in AoE4.
Yeah. That's also was very confusing for us coming into AoE4 from AoE2.
I bet.
To suddenly have those two being spread. But yeah, here they have no different bonus damage or anything. They do the same, except Crossbowman will have slightly better stats. The dock we can skip. We have the university. You talked about earlier how archers can miss. In the university, we have an upgrade in the Castle Age called Ballistics.
Wow.
It's quite expensive. It will allow you to hit moving targets.
It's very undescriptive. Reminds me of Blizzard tooltips. Like it's more accurate, but it doesn't say how much travel speed of the projectile goes up.
Yeah.
Percentage-wise.
Projectile speed doesn't change.
Oh.
Only the accuracy of the projectile. Like, let's say a knight is moving from A to B.
Yeah.
If you shoot at it without ballistics, it will aim where the knight is as you shoot.
Ah.
The projectiles don't track the target.
Yeah.
However, when you do ballistics, you will aim where the knight is gonna end when
how
the
mangonels
arrow
work in AoE4.
Exactly. Predictive targeting, yeah.
But that can be bad.
It can be out microed.
Yes.
So there's a lot of micro moves you can do to dodge projectiles, etc. in this game.
Can you attack ground archers?
No. You can only attack ground siege units.
So you could target fire a unit in the center to make dodging less likely.
Yes. That is it is a common thing that people will pull one unit out of their group in front and keep dancing him back and forth to bait the arrow fires, right?
Yeah.
In those cases, it makes sense that you try to target a unit that is in the back. But keep in mind, this ballistics only comes in Castle Age. So all your engagements in Feudal Age will not be with ballistics.
Okay.
Another thing to point out is that units won't have 100% accuracy on standing still units as well at all times. There is an upgrade in the archery range that is called Thumb Ring, which will make your range units fire faster and have 100% accuracy.
Okay, so they won't miss. When the opponent isn't microing, they can still miss, but with this one they won't.
Yeah, they will never miss after you do this one.
But
unless they're moving. Yeah, it's expensive. Those will be the most important upgrades for you to worry about. If we go a little bit further, we have the castle. There you have access to your unique unit. All civilizations have one unique unit. Yours is the cataphract.
Isn't that like an eye surgery?
Is it? I don't know.
Wait, that's cataract.
Maybe. I have no idea.
Cataphract.
Close enough.
If you don't get that eye surgery, then you can be cataphract. All right.
Right.
Byzantine unique cavalry unit, and it's made from the castle.
Yes, you can only produce it from castles, and that one is a weird cavalry unit where it's extra strong against infantry. So with this unit, for example, you even want to charge into pikemen and halberdier, who are counters to cavalry.
Do they brace and stun?
No.
Or root cavalry like in AoE4? No.
No, everything.
They just have positive damage modifier.
Yeah, exactly. Bonus damage and bonus resistance, which are hidden things usually most of the time, which can be quite weird. Like the bonus damage for pikemen on cavalry, for example, it's hidden. You have no way to access it in the basic game. You have to actually check how much HP is being lost, or use other external tools to check on those things.
There are no in-game mods?
There are in-game mods where you can get extra information, yes. That might be a good one for you, actually.
Yeah. But you don't need it because you remember them by heart.
Yeah. Well, I don't remember everything, but I know the
effect it has.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what it feels like. Yeah. Okay.
We go to the end now. You see a town center minicamp. I don't want to stay in the tech tree too long. Obviously, I could bore you to death with every detail in the game.
I love this stuff. I don't know about my chat, but I could be in this room with you explaining how every single tech tree research works.
Let's do that. And every civ as well. 41 civs.
We're not playing tonight. We're not playing.
We're not going to play for months at this rate.
Let's start at A.
Yeah.
Let's make it as linear and boring as possible. Aztecs. Do you auto-replenish farms, or is that a noob thing to do?
You can toggle it on and off. It's a choice.
Yeah, that's like turning off autocast heal on priest when you want to not do that for a bit. That makes sense. And is wheelbarrow as popular here?
It's a very good upgrade, but it only is effective, let's say, once you start farming properly. It will have the most benefit on farmers, because they are the ones that are walking around the most.
Town Watch seems like something you would almost never get until late castle.
Yes, but guess what? We are playing Byzantines. You check your civ bonuses, Town Watch and Town Patrol for free.
But it takes... Oh, and here that doesn't update in this tech tree.
Yeah, here it doesn't update or show anything.
But it will take up villager production time.
No, it's instantly researched upon reaching that age.
Oh, okay. Cool.
You get extra line of sight in your buildings right away.
Nice noob civ. Perfect.
Yeah. Also, the last thing with Byzantines is they have a civ bonus where their advancing to Imperial Age is 33% cheaper. You often see this civ stay on 1 TC and like go heavy into military and follow that up with like a fast Imperial Age, low eco, all-in kind of approach.
Imperial all-in.
Yeah, right. Also, economy upgrades in Age of Empires 2.
How good are they?
Way better than Aoe4.
Oh.
Wood upgrade in particular, you want to get each and every one of them as soon as you can, as soon as you reach those ages. That should be one of your priorities. Farm upgrades are also quite good and useful and helpful, except the last one.
Stone and gold is split.
Yes, that's also a bit weird for you probably. But stone mining,
easy to get used to.
Yeah, stone mining you rarely use unless you're actually going heavily into stone for castles or whatever. Gold mining can be quite useful though. Most of the times you won't see the second gold mining upgrade researched. It's quite expensive for the phase in Castle Age where you could do it, and you kind of just don't mine that much gold throughout the game that you ever do it after that. Okay, I think we're ready to just jump in now. I will let you play completely.
Okay.
Okay, so just general opener, you want your first 6 villagers with almost every civ to be collecting food.
Do I want to immediately move the sheep towards my town center?
Yes, you want to bring all the sheep under your town center, but you need to build houses at the start. Each house is 5 population, and you usually want to build like 2 houses right away with your starting villagers.
Hey, control left click don't work.
Control left click.
Select all units of same type on screen.
Yes, I know what you mean. That is not a thing in Age of Empires 2 now. That's hard to get used to.
Can I add it?
You cannot. You have to double click.
Restart. Inefficient start.
We can.
No, it's fine.
This is going great.
Let's go. Proper build order. I'm ready. I figured out some hotkeys. Bro, GG, the AI, WTF. No, that was a test run. That was.
If you write GG to the AI, they will actually respond. They're very sophisticated here.
I think I've tried that. That's sick.
Also, be careful with your scout and villager hotkeys. Control groups.
Yep, I'll try not to be too fast.
Oh, this is now it's a very steady, strong opening.
We can shape body block new villagers.
Yes. All objects in the game can body block.
Oh, I accidentally killed 2 sheep at the same time.
Happens. It's not the end of the world. Yeah, you're doing right. You always want to scout in a circle of your base like you're doing, because that's where you're going to be locating your resources.
And how many on wood?
Usually
6 1 now.
3. 6 on food, 3 on wood.
And then mill?
And then mill, yeah. Right now you're in a situation where you haven't found 4 of your, like any of your extra sheep, so you might have to go for the boar a little bit earlier than planned.
Could they be here?
They could
be
be
a small fog of war over my base.
They could potentially be there and there.
Sorry, what's that sound?
Oh, that's pinging when I'm pinging on the map.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought I was under attack.
I wish I knew that. Could have trolled you hard here. So next build now from the TC, you probably want to send it to the boar.
Yep.
And this boar is a bit awkward because the gold is blocking it, so you have to be extra careful that you actually pull it back after shooting once. Remember to shoot.
It's still happening, the retargeting.
Yeah. Oh, you shot and left the vision too fast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Now you can go. Just let it like get a little bit inside your vision and then you can go back. And there you found your last 2 sheep. So now you, in theory, have found all your natural resources, and now you could... Your options now would be either to go with the scout to... I'll let you finish luring the boar. Nice lure again. You can either go to the opponent to see his map, what that looks like, or you can start pushing deer, but that is a more greedy and advanced concept, so you should just focus on scouting for now.
I kind of like pushing deer, but then I wouldn't learn how to scout.
Yeah.
Right? I need to learn how to scout and what that would look like.
Okay, when you're collecting boar, they also carry more meat. So you did notice it and you dropped off food, that's good.
Yeah, I think I saw a guide from you a long time ago where it said, it was you or someone else, but anyway, an Age of Empires guide where it said, you don't want to force drop because, you know, then you'll keep doing it. But yeah, I needed to do it because I have no food production.
Yeah, exactly. So now you want to bring in your second boar. But you also can already think about going with some mills to the mill. Like you kind of want to, you don't want to oversaturate certain resources early on. But yeah, the mill is also perfect. That's exactly how I would build it.
Does TC have an auto fire? It looks like not.
Only when you garrison units will it will shoot.
So no auto fire. It has to be
Correct.
manually garrisoned. And AI is not cheese killing my scout.
Exactly.
It seems.
Very nice. Now your boar is about to run out, but you are about to have 500 food. Usually you go up to feudalage with 21 to 24 population.
Okay.
So in this case, where your cheese can. Oh my god. That's
How do I ungarrison?
W is my hotkey. I'm not sure what it is for you. But yeah, you can see you already have 500 food, so you could in theory advance to the feudal age now. Just like
And
that.
that's mutually exclusive with villager production or not?
Yes, it is.
So I have to cancel.
You don't have to cancel. I would always let the villager finish and then do feudal, especially because you're 21 pop now, but it's even normal to go feudal age at 22, 23.
Okay, so it's not a big difference. Got it.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's go.
Yeah. Oh, you rang the bell.
Yeah.
Yeah, so those can just go on straggler trees until you figure out where you want to send them. So now you're on the way to feudal age. You want to usually have up to 10 villagers on wood. Usually making a second lumber camp is good now. So in this case, I would just take those 5 stragglers and make a new lumber camp on a wood line.
A different wood line?
It could be the same, just a little bit like scattered. Not right next to the other lumber camp, right? Okay, we want you to go archers. So now we want to put 3 to 4 villages on gold. You want to take 3, 4 on the mining camp.
Okay, good.
And now we're approaching feudal age slowly.
I'm gonna do some long distance mining here with this villager next to my scout.
Oh, yeah. You could actually make a proxy base now if you wanted to. But in Age of Empires 2, buildings will be locked behind what's it called? Where you need to build other buildings to unlock a certain building.
There's a prerequisite?
Yes, exactly. So archery range and stable are locked behind barracks.
Military buildings is V.
If you have the hotkey for the barracks, you can also just click B. Like in this case, you could have clicked BB, and you would have still been able to build the barracks.
What? Even though it doesn't show up?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what you were talking about when you said there's not 2 different menus.
Exactly. There are 2 different menus, but they're not locked behind clicking into that menu.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. So now we're in a situation where maybe it makes sense to like drop 1 or 2 farms. That's also why it's nice to have some stragglers in this situation. Now you want to transition to farming. So if you can build like 2 or 3 farms now, start archer production, then you're on a good way to transitioning into the feudal aggression. In the blacksmith, you see, if we had done the farm upgrade, we would never ever be able to afford fletching, which is the bottom left one in the blacksmith. You can't
this one is the most important one.
Exactly, because that will give you 1 more range, which gives you way more micro potential, and obviously potential to do way more damage. And in often situations, it's also worth it to idle your town center to get that upgrade.
What? That's how good this one is? Fletching?
Yes, it can determine the outcome of any fight, pretty much. If you have fletching and he doesn't, and you have the same amount of archers, you're going to win very clearly every time. Like right now, I would probably wait until I have like 3, 4 archers. And you don't know what he's going for yet, so maybe he's going scouts. In which case, scouts in low numbers trade very well against archers in low numbers. However, once you get an archer mass, let's say you have 10, 12 archers with fletching, suddenly you start trading well against the scouts. However, what is normal is when you want to move out to attack your opponent, you might always want to mix in 1 spearman or 2, just to have that extra amount of bonus damage against scouts, if he's potentially opening scouts.
Okay.
This would be a good time to do fletching.
Yep, I'm getting it.
Perfect. And now you can see you're starting to float a lot of wood. That is good because your berries will run out in not too long, so you would need farms with those. But you can already start farming as well with the rest of your villagers around the town center. I use 3 for, like, only 3 for stable or barracks, and 4 for archery range, and 5 for town center. And I use 2 army control groups for the most part.
Only 2?
Yeah. In Aoe2, you usually, like in Aoe2, you usually have either 1 army composition or 2 with some siege units or monks trickled in. And you don't need to control group all of that most of the time.
But what I saw from your style in AoE4, you don't necessarily control group all your units all over the map if you've got little armies everywhere.
Yeah, I don't. I will have a main group or 2, but yeah, I won't. Do you have a lot of idols now? With especially the berries ran out, right? You can just drop farms with them.
Can I bury around them? Around the mill?
What do you mean? Oh,
can
yeah.
they return to the mill?
Yes, they can. Mills also function as drop-off points. Also, like in AoE4, if you are carrying any resource and you build a farm, if you build any drop-off point, you will stockpile those resources as well.
Like in AoE4.
Exactly. The only difference is that in AoE2, that also works with farms.
Let's say if I take a gold villager and I make a farm and then I shift move away, leaving the farm unattended. Don't know why you would want to do that, but let's say if. Does it still drop off the gold?
Yes.
No matter what, when it finishes. Hey, AoE4 is good.
This is a very good setup for starting to be aggressive. This is a point where you could possibly make an argument for doing horse color, because it will make your economy better long term.
Yep. All right, let's go kill him.
So normally now it's just like new villages will either go to gold or make another farm, and you're queuing up too many now because you're also approaching Castle Age. Castle Age is 800 food and 200 gold. You need 2 buildings in Feudal Age to go there, which you have. You have the archer range and the blacksmith. So now you want to start being aggressive with your archers while producing at home and starting to think about Castle Age. Another thing...
how do I attack move?
It will be patrol. Oh yeah, a couple other things. Hill advantage or like elevation advantage is real in AoE2. You will deal more damage from the high ground, like Obi-Wan says, and you will take less damage on the high ground.
Stand ground does not work how I imagine it would work.
You think it will stop immediately?
Yeah.
Yeah, it will stand ground where you tell them to go. The only way to make them stop is the stop hotkey.
Okay.
Good, yeah, on the way to Castle Age. So the wood is getting a little bit out of control. We can just queue up a lot of houses, for example, with that. Another common thing in this game is walling is really important, like to secure certain vulnerable areas. And usually want to connect like walls with like woodlands or gold mines or military buildings of yours, etc. Obviously, you don't have to wall in this game. Just be aware that palisade walling in particular is very common. For example, yeah, like you're doing on the bottom there. That's a very natural wall to make. Just to secure and make sure you don't get caught off guard down there. Okay, we're already killing all these units, so we can kind of just go around this town center. Like the TC has 6 range, so as long as you stay out of 6 tiles away from the enemy town center, you can never be hit by it. So yeah, and he obviously has no units here. And in this game we have score, as you can see on the above the minimap.
Oh yeah.
So you can actually kind of get an idea of how you're doing by looking at the score. I would also, if I was you, put the spearman on a different control group when you're actually starting to micro.
Whoa.
Because otherwise things will go wrong. Yeah, we went out of sync.
We can restore.
Yeah, you can. In this game you can restore. Imagine that.
Hey! something technology there.
You could do this in 1999, by the way.
I feel so shortchanged by Blizzard. It was possible all along.
Right. I wanted to jump into a ladder game. Why not?
I didn't even beat the AI yet, but I was probably gonna win.
He was gonna resign. You were about to hit Castle Age.
Do AIs resign?
Yes. Alright, so you just go ranked and you pick Byzantines because that's our civ now. So yeah, just favorite Arabia and hope that you get Arabia. Oh, Malay. Oof. Yeah, he's an archer-based civilization, by the way.
Someone says that because I already played before, I'm not gonna have placements.
Potentially. I'm not sure how many games you played though.
I don't know too. It could be maybe. I mean, it's so long ago. Yeah. I don't really remember, but it could be 5 or more.
I can quickly check your placement on the ladder. If you've been inactive, so you're probably not there anymore. Okay, solid start so far. I'm gonna keep our scout active.
Do I want to go to the edge? Oh, this is the edge of the map?
Yeah, no. That's the edge.
Let's see, 6 on food.
Okay, we'll send the next 3 villagers on wood. Exactly.
Yep.
So hotkeys feel a bit better now?
Yeah, a little bit. I'm still getting the delayed villagers shouldn't have gone there feeling, but I'll just click it a little slower.
I mean, this is an old game. Pathing can still be a bit weird sometimes, or not natural.
No problem. Golden oldie.
Yeah, you sent that villager on food now, which we didn't need a 7th villager on food.
Yep, mistake.
Yeah,
I realized there was no new one going.
And usually,
This is the edge of the map?
Yes. Usually what we do is the next villager now in the queue will put the gather point on the boar, so he usually goes to the boar. But you cannot right click, you will have to actually manually select gather flag. Because when you right click, you're actually executing the attack command.
Yes, that's what I want, right? I want him to attack the board.
Your villager will not go there though, because the flag does not, like, it's trying to attack it, but it cannot because it's out of range. So you would have to actually select the gather point hotkey. But you don't need to worry about that right now.
Okay. I understand that you're saying don't do that.
Yeah. Okay, you have a villager garrison in your town center now. I think you put the gather point on the TC. Yeah, all good. Another perfect lure. Man, you're really nailing these lures. Okay, want to be careful we don't get population capped.
That's where my farms go, right?
Yeah, it's not a big deal. As long as you have 3 tiles around your farms, you'll always be able to fit the farm there. Okay, want to check your idol because you have one in the TC still. When there's a flag above your town center, it's something is garrisoned there.
Okay.
Do you remember how many sheep we found?
2.
Yeah, so we want to go back to our base then and keep circling around our base to find those.
Damn it, I'm out of food again.
You accidentally clicked the sheep, so they didn't drop off the food. There we go.
Oh.
Like you sent them to gather sheep food from the other sheep there. By accident.
I selected 5 villagers and a sheep. And then I said go to the town center and then go back to work.
Not really. You told the villagers that had the boar meat to go to the other sheep that was killed.
Oh.
It doesn't matter. Let's keep the focus. We probably want to go and get our second boar. It's on your right.
Benatus.
Presto.
Isn't that Italian?
Byzantines.
I don't actually know where Byzantines are from. So.
Aren't they in the Italian area? Rome? Italian?
No idea.
Yeah, I don't want to... We're now outing ourselves in public. For lack of knowledge. Greece. Oh yeah, Greece.
Don't type ... chat. Come on.
Greece,
Where's
Turkey.
she going?
You can just make a second lumber camp there, since you have those 2 vills there.
I don't know where
Just go to the mill, gold mill. Okay, we have an idle villager here. The red button on top of your screen is the indicator.
Yep.
Right, so far so good. I would
yeah, go ahead.
I would cancel one of the villagers and queue up Loom after that one.
Why?
Because we are wanting to advance to Feudal Age.
But why would we get Loom if we want to advance? Because Loom doesn't cost food?
It doesn't cost food, and we need it anyway.
Yeah.
In case we get Darkish Rush. But right now we're in a bit of a pickle, because we're missing those 2 sheep. Very likely they were at the bottom left. Yeah, so I think we have to start farming now. Because we won't have the food to advance to Feudal Age. In garrison. Shoot some arrows at him. There we go.
How do I ungarrison?
L or probably F. There's a
they don't.
Sorry?
They don't go where they were working.
They do if you select the other option. There are 2 options there. One is garrison to the gather point, and the second one is go back to work.
Okay.
You're building those farms actually 1 tile away from the town center now.
Oh no. Oh, that sucks.
I think we'll just stop farming now. We don't want to spend all the wood, and we just idle our town center until we reach Feudal Age. His sheep.
Oh. Can they follow my scout?
Steal them. No, they cannot.
Oh.
But you can control them, and they walk the normal speed.
How come they're his? Oh, this is his base.
Yeah, you're actually spawning very close.
Wow.
Do you see a farm in the shadow there, in the fog? So that's
Yep.
clear indicator that his town center will be there.
Yeah, that's the risk of, that's what I shouldn't walk into because he
Exactly.
could snipe my dude.
Oh, he's actually up super fast. Yeah, we're on the way to village now. We want to build an archery range, but we also want to scout to see if we can see what he's making. Him being up this fast isn't necessarily good for him. His eco might be super fragile. I think that's a huge wall. I would rather wall a bit smaller, like to the stone there, and then to your wood line. So it's not such a big investment.
That makes sense.
We also want to put some villagers on gold. All those straggler villagers are perfect now just to go straight to build a mining camp. Yeah, his civilization is also Malay, so they have a bonus where they advance 80% faster.
Ah.
That's why it's also partly why he's up so fast.
Oh, I still have a sheep. Oh wait,
That's the one we stole.
Yeah.
Lamer. Yeah, no, we should not build farms right now because now I want to preserve our wood for the archery ranges and the village buildings.
Right. Oh wow, he didn't make that wall because I gave a new command.
Yep.
Will he automatically make walls anywhere nearby?
Yes, as long as it's somewhat within range.
Which it isn't, so I'll do it myself.
You also want to plug the left side of your forest right now. There's a small gap there as well. Would be good to just plug that quickly. Houses are often also used as walls because you need houses anyway and they have more HP.
Yeah.
Yes, now we want to go.
I have an idle villager.
Yeah, because the farm is already occupied.
Oh, yeah.
What you need to identify now is what he is making. So you want to like take a little more risk with your scouting to go into his base and see what military buildings are there.
Yep.
Right now it looks like he's going very economic. There's a lot of farms, so there's a chance he's not making too many military units right now.
Oh, I miss having... Oh wait, I didn't get the lumber mining right away. I miss having rally points for units. Which Aoe4 does not have. Warcraft 3 SE2 do, and Aoe2 as well.
Yeah, the flags, the rally flags, yeah. Maybe they have that from today.
Yeah, who knows, actually.
Guys, is there rally point flags, or anything that indicates where you're moving in Aoe4 now? Yeah, what you can also do if you have finished a wall, or not finished a wall, you can try to select one unit inside your wall to click it on the other side.
Yep.
And it will identify whether you're open or not. He's just trying to wall.
He has a proxy barracks.
It's not that proxy, it's actually the opposite of proxy. But you can actually attack that villager. It's just one villager without protection, and your scout now has more. You can fight back. He already lost some HP to the town center earlier.
Oh.
Also, there are attack stances, aggressive stance, defensive stance in this game that addresses how your units behave a little bit. Like your scout is currently on stand ground, which means that if it goes idle, it will just stand there. However, if it's on aggressive stance, it will attack everything around it. Okay, you don't want to fight that spearman, that's a counter unit. Yeah, we need to put some more villages on gold as well, in order to maintain the archer production from 2 ranges. There's also a fletching before we go aggressive.
I already have fletching.
Oh, you already did it. Okay, perfect. We also see our food count is starting to climb up a little bit, so we could poke a little bit with our current army, but think about castle edge as well.
Okay.
We want to check our idols as well.
Ah, the sheep. The sheep finished.
Oh, the patrol, they're going back.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so we want to use our scout, check out if there's any, like you see his gold on the left side? You could actually go on his, like he has a false sense of security there.
Oh yeah, I see.
Yeah. You want to check what building he's doing? That's an archery range. Yeah. So considering that he's on gold, you have the information to assume that he's gonna go archers. Yeah, that's very nice harass. Now he's forced off the gold, so his production is very likely limited.
Why do you keep trying to go around?
Because you keep patrolling, right?
Nope, I didn't.
Then it was weird behavior.
He has a market.
That's not a big issue. I think right now we just want to cancel those villagers. And rather click at cast ledge as soon as we have the food. Well, they're trying to go around because the only way for them to reach their target was to go around and enter his base.
But they didn't have a target.
They were trying to target the villagers, I think, when you were attack moving at some point.
I see.
Yeah, we can just... Since we know he just finished at a range, it's also unlikely that he has a lot of units. He did reach cast ledge now, but it's not scary yet, because he doesn't have many units out.
Oh, yeah.
So you probably want to do the horse color. And you just queued up a farm, which is 60 wood kind of just sitting there and wasted right now.
Where?
In the mill.
What does that mean?
On the right side. It's like so they automatically... You can queue up farms to be reseeded, but it costs 60 wood.
Wouldn't I want to do that?
No, because you have the automatic reseeding on.
I don't know what it does then. We'll talk about that later.
Also, you want to like check his unit. Like right now, his scout is in your base. You can click it and check what upgrades he has on that cavalry unit. Don't do it now because you're busy fighting. Yeah, you probably want to pull back a little bit because he is in the cast ledge. However, I don't know if you saw it, but when you clicked on this Grum, he had no upgrades at all.
Yes.
Yeah, which means that as soon as you could even take some okay trades right now, but you'd rather want to wait till your cast ledge.
I have nothing on food. I need farms, right?
Yep, correct.
Condo, presto. Condo.
Salve. Condo, condo, condo. Impero. Condo.
I think that's enough. You will end up with like 15 on food, which is solid, or 13 with food. That's solid. Okay, his army is approaching yours on the middle map. You see, yeah, we probably want to just pull back right now. So we want to get the crossbowman upgrade in the archery range. We want to make sure that's prioritized. So if it's cancelled, okay, yeah, no, it is.
Oh shit!
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Actually, we want that because we want to get the blacksmith upgrades as well. When you hit cast ledge in situations like this, you always prioritize the upgrades first, and then you resume production.
Or villagers?
Yeah, even villagers, because you could lose the game by not having that upgrade, but you won't lose the game by having one less villager for 20 seconds. Okay, so now we want to start poking at him again, because he did not have elite skirmishers. Those skirmishers were the feudal age version that he has not upgraded. So we wanna fight them if they're in that state. However, if they get upgraded, it gets more tricky, and then we would need to think about adding a counter unit, which in this case could be a mangonel, for example. We also have a healthy amount of resources, so thinking about a second town center is also an option here.
How much does it cost?
275 wood and 100 stone. It's on the first menu. Bottom left. That's a sea workshop, yeah? Yeah, we can just poke on his gold again, see if he's gone back there. A very natural gather point for your town center at this point is just on the wood line. Because it's never bad to take wood. You can always reassign them later. This is an important fight. We rather want to watch our military right now.
I know. It felt really illicit looking away.
Yeah, those are feudal age units right now, so you can actually micro them. You see how his spears are missing as long as you're moving.
Yeah.
Now you have the options. Do you want to prioritize aggression? Do you want to add town centers? Do you want to get ballistics? You have a lot of decisions to make right now. Dumbring is a good upgrade here.
His army is weak.
Yeah, he's not upgrading them. He might be taking a very economic approach here. But you're in a way better spot right now due to the mill. What?
What?
Yeah, that is weird.
He disconnected me. Just like the AI.
Why are we having issues in our games today?
I was winning.
Yeah, you were actually. But that's weird. I haven't seen a game go out of sync in so long. Yeah, if you look, let's look around here and see what he did. So
he has unupgraded archers and unupgraded skirmishers.
Yeah, He knows what units to make. He just doesn't upgrade them. It seems like.
He had better economy and better technology, so he probably got like what all of his eco upgrades,
Yeah.
like bonus food gathering rates and whatnot.
Probably.
He had more score, but I thought I was winning, so I wasn't.
Score can also be scouting. You get 10 points per % of scouting.
Oh wow!
There is a chance he scouted way more than you. Like he has collected way more wood and food, but you still have a way better position than him, even with the villager deficit because of your military position. Like you have a positional advantage by far.
But I wasn't winning per se then, which I thought.
If he defends well, he's potentially still fine.
But he wasn't gonna defend well based on
exactly
the judgment of his experience level.
exactly.
Oh, he explored 97% of
Yeah,
the map.
that's a huge part of the score there. So he got 300 score over you based on the map exploration.
Ah, okay.
Someone says explains the sync. Let me see this clip. A save message popped up for a second. He pressed the same hotkey in the AI game.
So it is me doing it. Why would I even need save? What am I, a campaign player?
Still, that shouldn't make you... Because we have that option in tournament games. If we have to restart for some reason, we can save and restore. Oh, save chapter though. That's a different one. that could potentially bug out.
I'll be here all night, devs. If you need more QA for Aoe2 Definitive Edition. 23 years too late, but I'm here.
Yeah, let's just queue again. This time maybe find our sheep. Berry transition has been a bit too late in all the games so far.
It doesn't show who you're against. Anti-dodge mechanic?
Indeed. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Franks, Junior M.
It's most likely a cavalry civ, so in this game you might want to mix in some spearmen with your archers.
Alrighty.
Condo. Salve. Condo.
Oh, you got the helicopter pad. Old
Imperabulo.
mine.
Pabulo. Presto. Pabulo.
Oh, is that bad?
No.
It looks bad.
It's just funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're going a little bit too far away from your TC. It's unlikely that the sheep will be that far away. So you want to kind of just go to the first... yeah, like you want to stay in that radius the whole time, kind of thing. Around the
no
panzer.
overlap.
Yeah.
Either a thin bezel of black or
Exactly.
or no overlap. I didn't see wood yet. Is this the nearest wood, probably?
At the moment, yes. And it's also backwards, so it's also kind of nice, yeah.
Okay.
Again, we're venturing a bit too far with our scout, yeah.
Yeah.
I want to kind of get into that circle again, yeah. Good.
Ein. Condo.
That's the sweet lumber camp.
Oh, the pot banging sound is finding a sheep.
Ah, okay. Yes. So potential weakness in our map right now is the forward gold. But you have two woodlands there where you could easily make a connecting wall.
Two woodlands?
Like in front of your gold.
Oh, yeah. This?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Got it. And not like that guy with the false sense of...
Exactly. Yeah, it's been a steady good build so far.
Okay.
Let's keep making builds.
Impero. Pabulo. Salve.
Oh.
Correct. Venatus.
PC is not producing.
Salve. Ein. Venatus. Ein. Venatus.
Thank you.
Salve. Ein. Venatus. Ein. Correct. Sane. Impero. Ein. Correct. Impero. Venatus. Correct.
Go sheep! Kill it!
Venatus. Venatus.
But there's no way for me to mass select all the sheep. Oh
You
yeah,
can double click.
double click. I keep doing control click.
Yeah, so this is fine, 8 on that board. We want to force drop food so we can make another villager.
Impero. Venatus.
But that villager can go and build a house. Usually you always want to build a house when you have 2 population before pop cap.
Venatus.
Okay, and that's of course on villager only.
Exactly.
One.
And now you can start sending bills to berries, and it will be a bit of a better, smoother transition.
Okay.
I think we found all our sheep now, so I think that now is the time to go and scout our enemy.
Okay.
Because you have found your most crucial resources. So this timing would also be now where you should go for your second boar. You kind of want to time it so you get the second boar when the first one is running out.
Ein. Correct.
But I don't see him on the minimap.
It's on the top right. It has a kind of a white grayish
Presto.
color. It's hard to spot though.
It is. Oh, they don't automatically go to sheep.
Correct. They will only automatically go to the same source. And
I
sheep
see.
don't count as hunted meat. Oh, garrison. We want to garrison him. Okay, ungarrison the villager so he doesn't get the final hit.
I don't know. I don't know how.
Oh, okay, still good. Whew.
I mean, there's a chance.
Yeah, there's a chance. Okay, it worked out. Alright, so we have 5 on bears now. That's kind of the maximum. You don't want to go over 5. So the next villagers can stay under the TC on the boar or the sheep. And yeah. Okay, now, careful. We don't want to run into his town center. We found his woodline and the main gold. Which means the town center is nearby. Okay. Also, when you're escaping a town center, you don't want to run in a straight line. You want to try and run diagonally or sideways to dodge the arrows.
I see.
But yeah.
Exciting. It gets exciting early in these latter games. He's very skilled. Did you see how he?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Oh, he's doing the same.
What a noob.
What a noob. Well, at least you're trading off. That's nice. Okay, you want to click the blue villager? That one, yeah. That's back to work. There we go.
Yeah. I've never used that yet.
Yeah.
You see how he freaking walked into my sheesh?
What a pleb.
Yeah. Guess he doesn't like scouting.
Presto.
Yes, our food income is very healthy now. Like, this has been definitely the best build so far, by far.
Presto.
Okay.
Correctus.
So now we want to start distributing, because we know already we're going to have enough food. So now we can start getting our proper equal distribution for fuelage, which will be roughly 10 on wood and another 3 on gold. Probably want to cancel the next villager and rather think about go to fuelage after you're done now. Oh, we need loom first though. Loom safety first.
G. What do you think about that? Is it better to be along the 3?
It's fine. I would build it along the 3,
Yeah.
but that one would have been okay as well. We want to check our idols. So what I would build, how I would build now, is I would build the barracks and archery range in front of the gold and just make that the natural wall.
Presto.
Ah.
Correctus.
It will have more HP, and that's kind of also where you want your army to be.
Fabulo.
Can I pop them out on either side?
Yes.
That's a nice option.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, what should I be doing now?
So you want to spread like so we have 5 villagers on each side of the lumber camps. So it's like 5 on the top lumber camp and 5 on the bottom lumber camp.
Ein.
That's when you know you have like your roughly pretty much with every build you go, 10 villagers on wood is a good amount.
Okay. I have 13. Oh, the stragglers.
Yeah,
But
the stragglers count as well.
should I put them on gold?
I will just keep them the stragglers for now.
Okay.
So gold, you have enough gold to make the first couple archers.
Audio.
I still have 4 food. Worth returning before going to something like gold?
I would not. It's probably worth not doing it. What I would use the stragglers villagers for now is go and build the archery range.
I'm not tier 2. Oh, yeah.
So like put them to use so you don't have to take off any other resources.
Correctus. Condo.
Let's make sure we get the wood upgrade.
I don't have a hotkey for it. Probably removed it by accident.
Good idea. Also, we have to think about his civilization now. He's Franks, so we're expecting him to make horses. In which case, walling helps a lot. Yeah, that's a great wall. It'll secure, make sure you don't get any surprises up there. And it also makes sense to maybe make 1 or 2 spearmen already to like just distribute them on the berry bush, for example, because that's the most exposed area right now. Okay, you have a really nice way to wall off as well. You already have the houses there, the line of houses. On the left, they could easily connect it to the wood line. Because usually, even though he could run through your TC because you don't have units there, usually they never will run through the town center.
Okay, the that worked differently than I expected.
Yeah, you probably thought it would finish the whole wall.
Yep.
You're again building the
no.
farms 1 tile away from the town center.
But this time I noticed it. Luckily.
Nicely done. This has been a very good build so far.
Okay. Is this good? Padded archer armor?
Never before fletching. Always fletching first.
Yeah, I already have fletching.
Yeah, then I would not do it unless I'm facing skirmishers or other archer units.
Okay. Should I make another scout?
Scout? You don't have a stable, and you probably don't want to invest into a stable at the moment. Right now we want to invest in new wood. Essentially now every villager coming out should be a farmer at this point.
Yeah.
This is why you just put the gather point on the straggler tree, and you just
Like,
cycle.
not...
Yeah, and you just cycle back to make farms now and then. Yeah, I would say we have a healthy army. I would like to go and explore what's going on.
Yeah.
The only army we're scared of with yours is if he has skirmishers.
Okay.
What you can do with farming as well is same to Aoe4. We just select all the villagers and hold shift and quickly make all the farms. And then, oh, we see blue on the minimap. I think that was scouts.
I didn't see it.
He was on your top wall on the archery range.
Oh.
So he might be coming around now where the entrance is.
Yep.
Indeed. So we want to make a spearman here. You have two options now. You can decide to go back with your army or rely on defending with new units and going for a counterattack. But your decision has already been made, so it's fine.
Yeah, I've made the decision.
Yeah. This is still very good for you. You have a way better army than him right now. Okay, also, yeah, so where at patrolling will behave differently compared to attack move is that you don't want to constantly patrol, because they will reenact the movement then instead of staying in the engagement.
Yeah, they do like a little wiggly.
Exactly, because they want to go into formation and patrol again. So once you have initiated a patrol, usually don't want to re-patrol.
Oh.
Okay, that's a run back to the town center. I would send that army forward and just make new spearmen. Spearman is a hard counter to scouts. That's a very good trade for you so far.
I think I body blocked one of the...
Still a very good situation for you. If you get one or two spearmen at home, then you can easily defend against those remaining scouts. He has double stable even, so he's really committing on the scouts play.
Oh, yeah.
Which means you have a really good composition right now. Because you don't get countered by anything except range units right now. Here we can see the multitasking of him is struggling a bit. We want to just be active with our forward units. We want to reach straight for where he's weak, because you know you have a better composition right now. So if you can go straight for vulnerable areas like the woodline, you can essentially win the game right now. This is a good time for wheelbarrow. Good. We can also justify adding another range because we have the surplus of wood. Very good, very good. So he is most likely to transition all his villas to another woodline, which you haven't scouted yet, so that's what we're looking for now. Probably it's on the left. I would not go back there. I think it's on the left side where you are now. Yeah. In this case as well, you probably would have wanted to wait with attacking until you were closer.
That makes sense.
So you have more accuracy as well. Mixing in some men-at-arms, which will be good against your spears, so you want to target the men-at-arms with your archers. There was a bit of mismicro there because the spearmen were in the same control group.
Yeah, I didn't know who was who or how. I do control left click again to.
Right. Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, but he has to invest a lot now. You're very much likely to be far ahead when it comes to castle age timing. So, I think...
Oh, I
Yeah.
can't go town center yet until I castle.
Exactly.
On castle, okay. Let's see,
think-
but I don't have enough food, so
In this case, you could make an argument for idling your town center to get to castle age faster. Because you have a
hate
good
that.
position.
Salve.
In this situation, I would cancel horse color as well. Because your castle age timing could be the game-winning move.
Okay.
Which means that
Yeah.
even canceling everything here and just waiting for the 800 food. You don't have to cancel archers because they will not impact your food income.
Oh, they don't cost food.
No, they only cost wood and gold. Now you made too many archers, so you don't have the gold for castle age.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go. Okay,
Wait,
perfect.
why is there 2 global?
Because you have 3 ranges.
Oh, they are each represent a different range.
Yes,
Sick.
I think that's
What is-
good.
What is?
Let me listen. When do you hear the sound?
Now and then.
Tell me when you hear it again. I'm trying to listen.
Now. Is it like archer finishing?
That sounds like it's in your house.
A turkey.
Was it a turkey? Oh yeah, probably a turkey.
No, it's like.
Yeah, that could be a turkey. Or I mean, but there are no turkeys left right now. Maybe it's a bird.
Oh shit.
Just
Whole
fight, just
army
fight, just fight. That's great for you. He's wasting a scout on a spearman.
Whole army hotkey abuser. Wait, do I have 2 blacksmiths?
No, you only have 1.
Oh, I have a farmer in the control group with my blacksmith.
Why not? Why not? Yeah, we don't really need any of those upgrades because we're not relying on our infantry units. Actually, you have so many spears. Maybe it does make sense to just do like the attack upgrade.
Oh,
You
the
just
attack?
want-
Which one?
That's the forging top left. Because those are just there to do like some extra damage, counter like bonus damage.
Yep.
Yeah, we can win this game right now simply with our castle age timing. Because you know that you did so much damage. Well, you maybe not know, but I know that you did so much damage.
I don't know that.
Exactly, you did so much damage compared to what he did to you, and he did a huge investment.
How did I do damage to him?
You idle a lot of his
killed-
vills.
I
We can
killed
go through
almost
it.
no vills.
We can go through that later.
Yeah.
Yeah, we want to get the upgrades. In this case, we also we have such a big army, so we want to get military upgrades. So we want to get ballistics as well, for example, over another town center.
What's ballistics?
That's the
Where
one in
do
the university, which you will have to make.
Oh,
That means that you hit moving targets.
I hit moving targets. Okay.
Yeah.
Should I like spread out when I'm? Oh, Arbalester is fast. Should I like have a spread out position or something? Or
I don't think you need to, because you have all the vision you need. What you can do though is do spread formation in case he comes with mangonels at some point.
Ah.
Okay, we want to get the ballistics. It's
Sorry,
once
I forgot. Oh, yeah, I remember now.
the top right one. Yeah, it's you need another. Yeah, I will just cancel that. Yeah, and now we can go attack because your army should be a lot stronger than his, based on
Okay.
the information we have right now. You
Should I have idle villagers?
And now when you send your army out is the time where you can think, okay, my army will be out on the map. Maybe it makes sense to drop a town center or something. Somewhere where you might be exposed. If he comes with knights or anything.
Oh, because it's a defense
Exactly.
point as well.
Exactly. You could delete the lumber camp and just place it instead of the lumber camp. And there's also the wood upgrade. I would also
The
do
wood
the
upgrade.
I would also do the pikeman upgrade in your situation because you have made so many spearmen.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's continuing to make knights. That's good news for you because you have a counter unit.
Do I kill the gate? What's the weakest part?
The gate takes too long, so if you want to break a building, you want to take a house. But I would keep running around this base to look for weak points. Palisade wall, for example, there is way weaker.
Oh, okay.
You have to be careful with attack moves because they will, or patrol, they will get stuck on buildings as well.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's a very easy breaking point. The wall of his. Gas units break palisade walls super fast.
Yeah. Is there a reason to make 2 gap opening? No, you don't need to.
No, you get 2 in stack.
Do I split or do I death ball?
Death ball. And this is where you want to try and micro. Spearmen on the knights and archers on the oh, that's beautiful. Oh my god, that's who is this player? That's such a good engagement for you.
He's running away.
He was trying to dodge the pikeman, right? But now he lost everything. You didn't lose a single unit. Whoa! Victory!
Thank you, thank you. I have a question from chat, probably new to H as well. How did Viper know you were massively ahead? He said he'll let you know after the game how he knew that you did damage.
Yeah, so to explain why I knew you were ahead. So first of all, you lost 0 villagers to his scouts. Maybe you lost 1, but you had very little idle time from the scouts. You had to run your wood villages a little bit. Now, he made how many scouts in Feudal Age? Maybe like 11, 12?
Yeah.
And he made men at arms. And men at arms also requires an upgrade that is 100 food and 40 gold. On top of that, they cost 60 food and 20 gold each. And his scouts cost 80 food. So he made 15 units that cost 80 resources. And essentially trade bad against your army. Well, your army that attacked him was a very low investment army.
Why?
Because you didn't spend, like, your archers cost 70 resources. And the spearmen cost 50 resources. And you sent forward, what, 4 spearmen and 5 archers? On top of that, you idled his wood line that was on top. You idled his gold mine that was on top. He had to redistribute all those villagers.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah, the timeline at the end here, to teach you how to read the timeline. The light color is economic units. The dark color is military units. So as you can see, you have probably double this population at this point.
Can we 2-on-2 as well?
Yeah, let's do it.